Hey guys, Torisuna here. Today, just wanted to go ahead and do a sort of beginner's guide for Blue Protocol Star Residents. Whether you're diving into the game for the first time or looking to get a refresher on some things, this guide might help you out. We'll walk through, touch base on classes, leveling, talents, gear, currencies, even movement unlocks. So let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Alright, so first up, classes. Blue Protocol Star Residence has a classic Holy Trinity type of setup where it's DPS, tank, and healers. Each class has two subspecs which change your playstyle and skill options whenever you spec into them. You'll eventually be able to unlock every class on a single account, but early on I would just stick to one and only focus on one. Your main class will carry you through majority of story progression, and swapping too early will slow down your late game progression to almost a near halt. So personally, maining a class will help you in the long run, so that way you're not trying to stumble and gather materials later on in the progression when you're needing to keep up with your friends or your guild, if that makes sense. So let's move on next to main story and leveling type of stuff. Your main story is the heart of your progression. It unlocks new features, dungeons, and experience sources to where like you can go out and level and or new areas in a sense, right? The current max level is 60 at launch, and most of your experience will come from the story quests and daily missions. Some chapters and systems unlock over time, but that's only right now at launch. After launch, you just gotta follow the main story progression path, and that will be the only thing you need to focus on to get the majority of your levels. So try not to fret too much when it comes to story progression or having the correct gear or anything about that. Alright guys, next up, let's talk about talents and skills. These are what define your build, honest to God truth. Your talent page starts with a base tree. So you'll get this all the way up to about this where this progression 2 starts. So once you get this entire tree maxed out, you can specialize into a subspec. Each class has 2 subspecs to choose from. After you select the subspec to choose from, this changes the dynamic on how you want to play the class, depending on the subspec. So make sure to do a lot of research and understand what you're wanting to do and how you're wanting to play that class, okay? So each upgrade uses arcane seals. So if we sit there and we go into like something like this, I haven't unlocked yet. So you have talent points that you unlock over the course of like leveling up or getting to certain points in the story or doing your talent trainings. Click up how to obtain. You can get them through trial paths, adventure level, and talent training quests, okay? Now, you got arcane seals, which arcane seals are also used they're limited per type of class, okay? So in order to get these, you can get them through the honor coin store. You can do trial path, basic starter or basic star chest, a trading center, season pass, mystery store, classic change. Lots of ways to get these, so you shouldn't ever be fully hurting on these, but you know, there's plenty of avenues to get. So if you're looking at this tree, it might seem a little daunting because you might be like, oh, I might select the wrong one. There's good news to this actually. It's fully resettable. You don't have to spend anything, you just come down here in the bottom right and hit confirm, and it'll reset the entire thing and you can respect. So you can experiment freely and reclaim your resources at any time. As for skills, we can go over here to skills. This is where it gets a little bit to where you have to watch what you're doing, okay? So for skills, you can equip up to 4 active skills, and only equipped ones will count towards your ability score, okay? So leveling ones that you only have equipped into a slot you can use during combat will only count towards your ability score. So leveling these ones that are not equipped will not increase your ability score. You can level these all the way up to about level 30 using your bound Luno, but you want to make sure you save your skill books. Your class skill books are basically, you get a lot through the game just giving them to you, and even the battle pass. But if you, like if we go back earlier, how I said don't switch classes too often or early on, because this is the late game progression I was talking about, which it'll screech it to a halt if you've gotten books for other classes and or you're not using books, the free books that you get when you can select which class to use them on. So got to watch out on how you spend these, because some of these have really nice advancements when it comes to stat progression in between tiers. So skill books are a little bit on the rare side. If we go here, look on how to obtain them: honor coin, basic star chest, trading center, mysterious store, class exchange. Honor coins, you only got weekly, you can only select 25 of them, okay? So that's almost barely a tier every week. Okay, guys. If we go and look at the trading center, these things are expensive. They're 31,000 Luno, okay? Please be careful on how you do this. Pick the skills that will align to your sub-spec. Avoid wasting these books on other skills. So if you sub-spec into something, only use it on what your sub-spec is going to prosper and get off, you know, the best bang for your buck. Your top 3 skills up here, you can go ahead and level these up to whatever tier you want them to, because your sub-spec is going to use them regardless, okay? Alright, so your main gear progression comes from dungeons in this, or chaotic realms. You'll find them in town, all the way up here by Unit X Research Facility. Basically, you want to focus on getting your clears. There's first time reward clears, and then for each difficulty, and normal, hard, masters have different unlock rewards, okay? You want to try and get into these chaotic dungeons or chaotic realms in order to get materials in order to progress forward. However, you can do unstable spaces, which is watered down versions of the boss fights of each one of these dungeons for valuable materials early on. Especially these reforged stones, which are really valuable. You only get them through unstable space. You can get them through chaotic realms. There's like a hidden daily cap that you'll continue not to get these. And then also in the honor coin store, which but only has a weekly limit of 30. So be careful on how you want to go about doing this. In all honesty, you want to focus on trying to get your unstable space done. At least do your 2 runs per day. That way you can go ahead and start farming for your legendary gear, because your ability score determines your strength overall. Ability score is combining your gear stats, skill levels, talents, and you want to make sure to build all 3 together. And as you can see, a chaotic realm, you can do 2 of these a day, and they get you this sort of material. Always don't forget, thumbs up your peeps. Alright, through your time of going through the game, you're going to run into needing to do world boss fights. You'll fight elite boss type enemies, all that good stuff. You can find them through here and what they drop. Like right now, we're doing Iron Fang. I'm sitting here. The rewards from opening the chest are as follow. Can't really see because my PNG in the lower right hand corner, but you can just select down here and see rewards and drops. You can even track the monster. So defeating them gives chests that require boss keys. You get 2 per day, stacking up to 6 times. Bosses spawn every hour and a half and you can track them via the Monster Hunt menu that I just showed you prior. Join these hunts for materials, gear, special rewards, especially valuable early on. So be sure to grind these. Plus you can get into 20-man raid groups. Just lets the nostalgia kind of flow. So moving on to some exploration and movement tips. As you level up, you'll unlock movement upgrades. This consists of like double jump, triple jump, and eventually even flight. So in order to unlock that a little bit on the early side, so you see we have right here, we have the Ancient City, right? So you're going to want to go to Ancient City, make sure you have the quest for it's something to do with Terra. It's going to be one of your sub-quests or side quests. You're going to come over here and you want to start unlocking the stuff early. So you'll come over to this giant large blue flower looking thing and it'll have something for you to unlock and resonate with. See how it says resonate? Once we resonate, I believe, yep, so we'll come in here after you resonate and you can equip these traversal or Terra resonance skills into here. You get float and phantom dash. Phantom dash is just a 15-meter dash that you can use twice. Really great movement skill in dungeons to get around, and out here in the fields it's used to unlock treasure chests that will be locked with a wind barrier. But when you unlock float, you can do stuff like this. Once you even get to a point and unlock these, even unlock these as you level up, where you get your different jumps and even wall climbing ability type stuff, right? Wall jump, you even get air float. You'll eventually get to the point to where you can glide and fly for prolonged periods of time. This stuff is all kinds of cool. One of the very few games that you can have your own controlled flight in. You get rewards by just opening chests and just exploring in this game. Like we're talking like bound rose orbs, all kinds of cool stuff. Like when you're just going around, you just get random chests. You can unlock those, get rewards from them. Just enjoy exploring the world. Next, let's tackle currencies. This game has Rose Orbs and Luno, each with bound and unbound versions, okay? So Rose Orbs are premium currency, unbound ones come from real money, like purchasing through this, and then bound ones come from just in-game play, like going around opening chests, all kinds of that, just normal exploration stuff. Use your bound orbs, which is going to be these ones that have the little chain next to them. You want to use these very wisely, mainly for gear progressions and or buying things like in your orb store and stuff like that. Like you're able to buy, you know, your exquisite materials, stuff like that, which is going to be needed whenever you go to upgrade your imagines. So be sure to keep an eye on this this currency as well. So you can always convert down into the other currency, but you can never convert back up, in a sense. You'll just want to make sure to use your bound orbs for mainly high-end materials or skill books. Luno is your main money in this game. You have normal Luno and then you have bound Luno. So you'll use these for things like upgrades or trading center purchases along those lines. Early game, sell tradable items to generate unbound Luno. This is probably going to be one of your best sources for income, especially on Luno. Get into, you know, your skill crafting and your life skills, and you can make materials to sell in the trading center for Luno. That way you can actually create a pipeline that will sustain you late game and allow you to buy upgrades for your skills and all of that stuff to progress. And alright, lastly, let's touch on life skills, and which are going to be your crafting backbone, okay? They use a daily stamina system. Here, let's pull this up. They use a daily stamina system called Focus. Early on, you'll want to prioritize like gemology and gem crafting for gear sockets, like minology, stuff like that. You're gonna want to prep Mysterio metals for refinement later on in your progression. Life skills scale over time and feed directly into your pipeline for late game builds and generating Luno. So I would not skip on learning how to get into these and doing more in-depth guides, which I should be producing more on this channel after this video, and more to come. I have to dive into all of these in order to show you guys and teach you what you'll need to be doing, when you'll need to be doing it, and the most optimal way to do things so you're not wasting time. And that's essentially it for like a little roadmap / refresher course for your Blue Protocol Star Residents. Focus on your classes, follow the story, build out talents and gear through MSQ, Chaos Realms, and your daily unstables. Make sure to explore, because even running around the map gets you stuff and plus you get to learn or feel the world and see what it all has to offer. Honestly, if me rambling and this helped you out at all or provided any sort of new knowledge for you, drop a like and a subscribe. It'd really help me out. Check out my other guides that are going to be coming later on, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Torisuna out.